Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at a disaster that happened at the Major that was called Falcons. I want to take a look at the game, which is this one. It was their 0-1 game after they lost to B8 in the opening round, and they drew a Lynn Vision in best of one, and supposedly, well, this is probably supposed to be a pretty easy game, I would say, but it wasn't. Before we start, have a word from the sponsor of this video, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a reputable, fully automated website that provides an instant way to get new skins. Just look at how easy it is to trade your old skins for new ones in just a few minutes. You can have completely new skins. If you use the code STYKO, you can get up to $5 for free as a first trade bonus. The more you trade, the larger the bonus. And if you don't feel like trading, you can simply buy skins too. They also have 35% deposit bonus with code STYKO, along with a free section where you can complete simple tasks to get skins and join daily, weekly or monthly giveaways. Check out SkinsMonkey by clicking the link in the description of this video. And before we move on, thank you SkinsMonkey for making my content better. But now it's time to continue. And one man that I actually want to take a deeper look at is Westmelon, because on T side he had pretty insane overall gameplay. Checking under heaven, we have a ramp kill on Tesses, which opens up the whole half of the map, I would say. Alright, a bit of a stalemate. Kickson is taking a contact, and Westmelon, his first kill of the game is from the ladder. Classic. Swing across the angle, that's the most dangerous angle that CTs probably have for the heaven. Westmelon is chasing Magisk down. Mr. NiKo is left in unwinnable 1v4. Can we get some exit frags? There's one. There's a second. That's crisp shot, man. So again, you can see Westmelon and his role, he's gonna have an awful amount of impact, and awful good amount of impact, I should say. And you know, he's the one throwing nades on T side. He's the one that is like responsible for a lot of smoke walls. He's never the first guy in, always like second to third guy. Another lineup for the single box here, and this is screaming A split with these two smokes. Like CTs are just stuck behind these smokes. Molisi actually gets a full USP kill through the smoke, which is crazy. But other than that, they are not having like a good time defending it. They just simply don't have two great weapons to do that. Magisk is actually throwing a curveball in this round by getting that hot kill and killing the lurker. So T's are super scared now where Magisk might be, and especially with AK. And Magisk is getting another kill here. This is huge round for him. Already like a lot of damage considering the investment. Alright, Magisk actually got a third kill. He doesn't have a kit, that's pretty much confirmed. CTs never buy a kit on these full eco rounds, even in pro games. Well played. Kolmisu is going to flash over, and we're scaling top silo. Again, Westmelon, second guy in. Set strat, under heaven wrap, on the gun route. Okay, this is very unfortunate because Westmelon is scaling up as he's supposed to, and Kolmisu is actually clearing the garage as he's supposed to. But look at the position that NiKo chose. Like, he tucked himself into that corner and went overlooked, and therefore Westmelon just dies for free. But it was honestly like pretty unfortunate from Lynn Vision's POV how they kind of dodged NiKo, or I should say NiKo dodged them. But 2v3 and okay, 2v2 actually did Molisi kind of went for that was a nice shot, but at the same time Molisi tried to react to him, just was caught off guard on the timing as he scoped away. Okay, we have a walk down from Lynn Vision. Pretty methodical clear as well. Now if anything that this molly gives away is that CTs are going to play split. So if CT is playing this aggressive with a molly and he's trying to just pressure instead of actually peeking and he's pressuring with nades, that suggests to me that he's pressuring for someone else to come from a flank, either through secret or in this case it's actually Magisk from vents. But it's very rare that you would see that CT is throwing nades and then there are two CTs here trying to retake this exact position from. If anything, if they would be two CTs here, they would just walk out and try to take duels, right? But this kind of... Actually, what this does is that it calls like for a flank, and Kolmisu is aware of a single door, but I think double door is gonna get overlooked, and Magisk is gonna get a freebie here. Oh my god, he actually almost hit that. I mean, he hit that, but that's so unfortunate. I mean, if that was a kill, that's heartbreaking for Falcons. But still winnable clutch. Good bait from Magisk. Danish duo, clean up. It gives you a lot of space. Alright, so this might look a little bit weird, guys. Why is Westmelon shooting into the wall? But this is actually a wall bangable wall. And NiKo loves to play this position. He also isn't here right now, obviously, but before he's just trying to clear like right side garage, he's just shooting a couple of bullets here in order to maybe scare NiKo off and make do a little bit easier for him. But NiKo actually played it pretty well, and was he dodging this flash? That's pretty nuts if he did. Oh, okay, so he stuck completely, and the flash was just a little bit late. Okay, so he was supposed to peek a little bit later on that, but NiKo is winning both of his duels. And the cleanup outside is happening. And we have a really, really heavy ramp take here with a molly deep, flash deep, HE break, and then molly under heaven as well. We took the ramp completely. Are we going to freeze or are we going to still go down? That's the question. It seems like we're still going down. Westmelon is responsible for flank until Starry takes it from pre-lobby. And we're actually going to hit B with some kind of maybe execute. We have two smokes here and we're clearly like juggling the nades around. But Tessus is going to re-aggress first. 2-4-2 trade. And also great molly from Starry. Makes them burn under heaven so they know that there's going to be a fast flank. They keep going forward by bulking. I love this. Open the door at the same time as the long player swings. Like these little micro team play details are super, super important. They might not seem that important because there was no one there. It didn't grant them a kill. But I can tell you from the perspective of a CTs, if players against me are playing this, I don't want to say disciplined, but this like, they're using every edge possible. It's really, really to be prepared for literally everything. Like you start overthinking stuff later on. Okay, now again, we have a huge pressure from ramp with nades. And this is what I told you before. If you're like going majority ramp, you want to make a pressure in order to also enable the lurker. In this case, it's Magisk. He's super scared to go down vents until there's at least some confirmation that these ramp players are being fought. NiKo is scaling up. And you know, this is a round. I think I saw this in a clip somewhere, but I feel like Magisk was never even part of the retake, and he was like just kind of fully waiting, and it was just taking way too long while NiKo is committing to the full retake. I think like here something is not right. Okay, Magisk actually did this, but I think that was already too late. And the commitment from NiKo and Moisi was already there, so I would probably do it earlier. Okay, we have a lobby crunch. I think gets caught off guard. It's Zucker that got caught off guard by Kixan, and we're slowly pushing ramp as well. Like, there's a lot of information for Falcons, and they're already having 3 men outside setup, kind of where any reaction from T's would be just deadly. So it's a good call to re-clear the lobby. Holy moly, it's actually crazy jiggles here. Well played from Starry to be aware of that jiggle. Clean round from Falcons, very well. And we're back on the eco. And all of a sudden, Falcons are probably winning this half. Another fast ramp hit. We scare off Tessus downstairs. He doesn't really have help from under heaven. That's unfortunate for Starry. But here we can immediately see bomb in the hand and we're instantly planting. Why? It's because ZAKR actually made it down and he knows that everything is clear and he's holding secret for us. So this is... Okay, Magisk is actually aware and he's jiggling everything, but the bomb plant is down. It's very, very important. We found some extra utility to play with. And now the retake is reversed. Majority is retaking from short and long area, or like single door and double door area. That's why Kixan is now playing super passive, right? So you never want to go in these kind of retakes as first, right? So far Kixan is playing it so well. I think right now he's overpicking. I think like there should not be a world where you can die before your teammates from short or long has contact. And I will explain. Okay, he loses an unfortunate duel here, but now the round is super losable. Even though like Lynn Vision are having low health and they don't have Kevlars and it's tough, right? What in my opinion should be happening is that they play majority from double door. Nico should probably be playing first, and then Kixan is the one trading. Why? Because if people in single door die, it has to be from positions like this one, or this one, or this one. I don't really know. Maybe even freaking somewhere side here, right? And all of these positions, you're open to these ram swings. So you play the trader if you're alone like that. Maybe Kixan felt like, guys, we need to retake faster. And he kind of pushed them to go and no one was going. But to taking a duel here from Kixan, I don't think... I think that's a mistake. If you're like this splitting factor in the retake, you should always, not always, because this is Counter-Strike and you can never make a rule that you cannot find an exception to it, but you should play as a second contact or even third contact sometimes, if you're alone. So now it's 2v2, 2v1, and they're actually losing this round. I didn't even notice, guys. That is crazy. I think that was huge mistake on the retake part to not let single door players play first. Default wall, Starry just sprinted it down. Westmelon is doing the play through the smoke here. I love it. He's... Okay, Nico actually gets a kill before he dies, but I think that's a good trade, 1-for-1, and we can still cross down secret here. Westmelon cannot anymore. The smokes are gone. Great lurk position from Emilia as well. Like, he doesn't really need any information. I see a lot of lurkers, they play like this, holding the door, or they play here, holding the hut. But those are the duels you don't necessarily want to take, because if you lose them, the round is so hard to win for your teammates. If you're... Oof, okay. Okay. We spotted each other. I don't like that jiggle. Honestly, Magisk could have easily killed. And running into powerful stack here. There's a still Tessus unchecked. That's both kills. Well played from Falcons. Good trigger discipline. ZAKR is our main focus point here. Pretty good spawn towards A, so he insta drops down to Tetris, and it's an A rush happening. Okay, poor Monesi, but actually great molly that burns out even Tetris area. Now Kixan in an unwinnable 1v3. I say unwinnable, but you never know with these players, you know. Too good to do some 3 headshots out of nowhere. See, that got scary right there. On these rounds where you have a lot of MP9s, you probably usually want to lobby crunch, or you want to make like a heavy stack, either let's say 3 guys playing on A, or you play double ramp, something like that, in order to get as many AKs away from T's as possible, not necessarily playing for the actual win of the round, but if they're actually coming to your stack, that's when you flip the switch and you play for the win, obviously, and you don't go only for damage, but you're killing people, upgrading the weapons, and you're snowballing economy in the CT side. So ZAKR is the one that's being boosted on ramp. This is exactly what I'm saying. This kind of setups are going to be really powerful. Often gets overlooked, and they're actually coming ramp, which is crazy. If Emilia gets one here, wow, that's a great bait. Okay, that's way too good of a bait. Is it more than ZAKR could have asked for? And now they're gonna upgrade all of these weapons. Whoever survives. Nico left alone. Everyone upgrades. This is a dream start for Lynn Vision on the CT side. Magisk is getting an entry on Westmelon, and we don't have information on Nico being down, really. And now, if you're in man disadvantages like this, you have a decision to make, and you also don't have information about downstairs, so lobby crunch is probably one of the calls that you can make in these kind of positions, especially now after resmoking door. You could fade the door smoke. Kolmisu could probably fade as well, or go hot, just like he's doing right now. And you can see that Zucker is also moving forward, and now this whole mini execute that just happened on A, we saw it from Starry's POV, it only served as a distraction because Nico broke the window with a molly hit, and he's flanking ramp. But because they're doing a lobby crunch, Zucker actually takes forward position and gets unchecked by Nico. Okay, Tessus is getting a second entry outside. Now, it's kind of weird, right, that Nico is probably calling his teammates towards ramp because ramp is clear, but there's actually a guy in radio with an AWP, and he gets the first kill on the C4, gets a second one, and suddenly it's dangerous, right? Magisk here did a great job by going up ladder and not getting blindsided and trying to get hot, because if Zucker gets that one, the round is on. But Magisk survives, and that was like a good, quick decision, and thinking sick shot on Tessus as well. I don't think Tessus made a step there, so a lot of damage done by Zucker. I love it, but I think at this point you should just save. You should just save and you're smoked off. The things are getting dangerous now for Falcons. Remember, this is 0-1 game. If they go 0-2, that's just not how you want to start a major journey at all. They're 10-8 down in the best of one. Absolutely no money. Kickstand on the Tech9. Very, very tough round to play. They're actually going for an A hit. And now this A hit has a major flaw, right? And that is that the nade set from Monesi is actually failed, and it makes a lot of problems. I will explain why it's failed. The flash itself isn't bad. It still like flashes. I think it was supposed to land somewhere here, but it still kind of is fine. But Monesi then moved a little bit, and his smoke, which is supposed to smoke off Starry in A main and just generally give space to Tessus to scale up side, it's falling down into the vent. And that is no bueno, right? That is just a failed nade that Monesi, for some reason, he had a good lineup before, but for whatever reason, he moved, right? Let's see how he lines it up, because, okay, so it's just, I don't really see the lineup, but he does this, and then he moves his crosshair, and the smoke went down vent. And now Starry and Westmelon both are just fighting in front of the smoke. All right, we have an aggression outside, which is unsuccessful. We didn't net us a kill. This is interesting. So this is like kind of like a macro tip for a nuke in general, and I think Lynn Vision is doing something that is not that optimal. Obviously, the outside play is not bad at all. Like it will give you usually a lot of information and sometimes even a kill, but you're using a smoke to do this play, right? And you're actually pushing through the smoke to make it unpredictable. At the same time, a player who is alone is clearly like, he's gonna be afraid of A hit, so he wants to block A, and he's doing so with a molly, and then he immediately follows up with a smoke, right? Kolmisu is smoking the door as well, so that's a second smoke used immediately, okay? 2 smokes up. And then we have one ramp player, Emilia, which is also scared of a fast play, and he's using his smoke as well. And now this is a responsibility of a lobby player. If you're a lobby player on T side, you need to let your IGL know all these things. But if you're a lobby and at the beginning of the round, CTs are smoking door and then CTs are smoking a ramp as well, you need to tell this to your IGL, because then he can make a little bit better call later in the round where to go, where they don't have smokes to play with, right? And if you pair it up with an information from outside that they use smoke here as well, there's 3 smokes used literally first 10 seconds of the round. I'm not sure what Kickstand is going to throw. Okay, that's a top hot molly. Is he going to offer the flashes as well? Not really, but you see the point of it, right? Do we have smoke main as well? Yeah, we do. Kickstand is like, this is so free round. This is so free round, and this is for you. If you're playing T side in lobby, you need to count these smokes, because sometimes CTs are just unorganized. They're gonna use smoke here. Maybe sometimes even they smoke hot in the beginning of the round. Like, it's crazy. It's rare, but it happens. Smoke door happens a lot of the time. So please keep reminding how many smoke CTs are having. And if they're out of smokes, let's say at 1 minute, you can just wait the last one out and just walk out door. And we have a lobby crunch to counter again Magic. This time he plays it pretty well in my opinion, where he just completely falls back, but there are timings. As soon as he just leaves, Emilia actually pushed up, and I think this is just going to be way too deadly. Yeah, lobby player dies outside. This is pretty much confirms that they are all outside. Like you can see that Kolmisu is not even checking lobby. Emilia is gonna just stay here for re-clears. Like everything is so safe right now. Obviously people can be under heaven, but with the amount of utility that... Okay, Starry actually realizes that they can be here. With the amount of utility that they have, they just keep re-smoking. 30 seconds left. Very, very good. This is beautiful round from Lynn Vision. Like they're obviously 2 men up, and it's kind of easy, I would say, to adjust. Kolmisu is kind of blocking the doorway for Emilia, but all right, we have a chance here, but not anymore. I feel like just 10 seconds left. That's GG. So honestly, surprised how well Lynn Vision was playing here, but a lot of fumbles in my opinion from Falcons. Like I still can't get over that 2v4 retake, how Kixen played first from ramp. Like I think that's a fundamental, like elementary mistake. Felt like it was forced out of Falcons because of the time pressure. Like Nico with Monesi was supposed to probably play a little bit faster from single door, in my opinion. Obviously we don't hear comms, we don't hear the calls itself, but I'm pretty sure like this doesn't make any sense that Kixen dies first on ramp. And then obviously losing both pistols and unable to convert later on in force buys. It's tough out here in a best of ones like this. But props to Westmelon for that amazing T-side. Tough role to play, but in my opinion, amazing T-side, a lot of impact. And then Zacher coming back from 111 all the way to 13-13. So he had what, like 12 to second half as a recovery, as an oper. That's just beautiful. If you have some demos from the major that you want me to look at, just let me know. I have some free time. My season already ended, so I'll just boot up the stream or just boot up the OBS and give you some of my analysis and thoughts and maybe tips. So see you. Let me know. Bye bye. Huge shout out to my coffee members for your continual support so I can make more videos like this for you. Their name is on the screen right now, and if you want to appear here to check out my coffee page where you can gain tons of cool and exclusive perks at various tiers of membership. And when I say they're cool, I mean it. Give it a look, it's worth it. Thank you for making my content better and possible.